Eye Opener is a Canadian experimental drama television series which aired on CBC Television in 1965. Premise: experimental dramas concerning social topics were the focus of Eye Opener. Previously, experimental drama was featured on CBC's Quest series. Scheduling: this half-hour series was broadcast on Tuesdays at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, from 5 January to 23 March 1965. Episodes: 5 January 1965, The Blind Eye and the Deaf Ear, Melvin Breen producer, Leslie McFarlane writer, concerning the Kitty Genovese murder in New York City, starring Bill Bryden, Maureen Fitzgerald, Cassette Lee, Jane Mallet, Aileen Seaton and John Vernon. 12 January 1965, The Black Madonna, George McCowan producer, Muriel Sparks story, Barry Hale adaptation, starring Bill Glover, Mel Scott and Hilary Vernon. 19 January 1965, A Borderline Case, Mario Przek producer, starring Chicago's The Second City performers in sketches about Canada as seen by Americans. 2 February 1965, Hear Me Talkin' to Ya, Patty Sampson producer, Don Franks writer, Ron Collier music, a jazz oratorio. 9 February 1965, Yoo-Hoo! Hut! George Bloomfield producer, included sketches by Harold Pinter and N.F. Simpson, starring Len Berman, Helen Burns and Jennifer Phipps. 16 February 1965, The Tulip Garden, Mario Przek producer, George Riger writer. 23 February 1965, Blossoms, Butterflies, and Bombs, concerning war and peace, illustrated by 3 animated sketches. To March 1965, Eastern European sketches Playthings from Poland, Boomerang from Yugoslavia and The Red Trace from Czechoslovakia. To March 1965, The Trial of Joseph Brodsky, Stan Jacobson producer and adaptation, concerning Brodsky's struggles in the Soviet Union, starring Francis Hyland, Martin Lavitt and Cassette Lee. 9 March 1965, Sarah and the Sax, Mario Przek producer, Louis John Carlino writer, starring Sophia Re-Inglis and Mel Scott. 16 March 1965, The Golden Bowl of Boredom, Mario Przek producer, Laurie's Yerby writer, starring Bud Knapp and Paul Massey. 23 March 1965, The Lonely Machine, Patty Sampson producer, Jules Feiffer story, Sampson and Norm Simmons adaptation, based on the Feiffer cartoon, starring Rich Litley. In 26 January 1965, Eye Opener was preempted by Wall of Ice, an hour-long documentary about a Canadian expedition to Mount McKinley. The Dutchman, a drama on racial relations by Leroy Jones, was planned for broadcast on Eye Opener, but there was no confirmation whether this production was cancelled or televised. Controversy: the series and its executive producer Mario Przek were in conflict with CBC management regarding various aspects of Eye Opener, leading to its short single-season run. Several planned episodes were modified or terminated by CBC management. For example, A Borderline Case, the originally planned debut episode of Eye Opener concerning Quebec separatism, was cancelled. The CBC schedule did not feature an experimental drama series until 1970s Program X, other than perhaps occasional formal experimental productions on festival. References: external links. Allen, Blaine, 1996. Eye Opener. Queen's University. Archived from the original on 11 March 2010. Retrieved 7 May 2010.